Hello, how are you doing today? Oh, I had to come on here and talk to you because it's been a rough, I don't know, probably almost a week. And I am just really struggling to shake this depression that I have and this overwhelming feeling of waiting for the next shoe to drop kind of thing. So I took some days off from work to get my taxes done and get a smog on my car and things like that. But I haven't been able to go get a smog, and I've spent the last couple days working on my taxes, and I still haven't finished or submitted them. So, but I need to do them myself this year because my income is lower, and I paid $460 for someone to do them for me last year, and I'm just like, I'm smart enough, I can do this. But focus and things like that. So I've been able to work on them for a couple hours a day. So they're a little bit complicated, but not horrible. So I have last year's to compare to, and I got the report from the IRS to compare to. So I'm using my brain to get it done, but just exhausted and depressed, and I don't know. But last Wednesday, so today is Monday. So last Wednesday, from last Wednesday to some Wednesday to Friday of last week. So I'm trying to say, I had a bad flare up, and it came with a migraine that was so bad that I couldn't even lay down because it hurt my head to put it on the pillow. And I was just upset. I was really upset. So finally, Saturday morning, I'm like, oh, woo, I feel good, If you have fibromyalgia or chronic illness and you feel bad most days, when you have a good day, you are just like, yes, this is it. This is what life is, and I want to do everything today. So anyways, Saturday came, and I felt that way in the morning. And then in the evening, I was really, really, really dizzy. And I noticed that something was bothering me in my mouth. So I looked, and I had a canker sore. Well, this happened like 2 months ago. And actually during all the pandemic and everything, I hadn't been sick in 3 years. I haven't been sick in 3 years. And then 2 months ago, I did get sick. And I didn't get tested for COVID or anything because I knew if that's what it was, that's what it was, And my sense of taste and everything went weird and bad sore throat. But it was about 10 days that I felt bad, and then I was okay. But I had a canker sore when I was sick, and I had never had one that I could remember. Or if I did, it was many, many years ago. So to get another one 2 months later is like, great. So I was feeling dizzy, noticed I had canker sore, kept feeling like it really stinks. Everything really stinks. And I'm like, these are friggin' symptoms of COVID. And I was planning to go on Sunday morning. So that was Saturday. I felt that way. And then Sunday morning, I was planning to go to my grief group because my mom passed away a little over a year ago. And I am just really, really struggling with that. So I planned to go to the grief group Sunday morning, and no, I cannot go to the grief group because I feel like I have a slight earache and my throat hurts, and I'm like, I can't go there and spread these germs, It's just so frustrating because I want to do all these things, but just being ill, it's like, I can't do it, And I'm sorry, I'm crying because I didn't even think that was coming. But so I'm working through this. Okay. So this is why I started this video. I am trying to work through this depression and this constant fear of things going wrong. I'm trying to work through those things while feeling like hell. And I think that feeling like hell makes me have all that fear and feel like, something's going to go wrong because I just feel so bad all the time. So all that being said, what I try to do is I try to do affirmations, meditation affirmations, 4 to 5 times a week. And I keep it in close contact with the people that are important to me and have scheduled video chats with them weekly, and that really helps. But I still live alone, and I'm still kind of trying to come out of the shell of being, I forget what it's even called right now. So there's my brain fog. Being not able to be with other people, so I'm still trying to come out of that, but while feeling not so good a lot of the time. So today I was just finishing doing my chores and paying attention to the animals, which is a huge chore too. And I had this thought, and I had to write it down so I could tell you guys, because it's only been about 15 minutes since I had this thought. Focus on the things you're enjoying, and not focus on the things you enjoy. Because if I just do that all the time, then I'm not going to get the important things done. But hopefully I could get to a place where I can do that. But focus on the things I'm enjoying in the moment, instead of having that other stuff, dominate my thinking, like about how much I miss my mom, or I need to get these taxes done and I feel like hell, or, those kind of things. Just focus on the things I'm enjoying instead of the things I'm not enjoying so much. Like, seriously, when I stop recording this video, I need to go and take these underwear that I'm wearing off, because they are just rubbing my leg and hurting me. And just walking around the house, they are annoying the hell out of me. So I have to go after this video and take them off and throw them in the trash. And they're probably perfectly fine underwear that anybody could wear and not have a problem, unless you have fibromyalgia and every little thing, drives you crazy. Every little sensation on your skin, if it's not something that's, especially in a flare-up. So it's so frustrating. And I want to cook, and I have all this food in my fridge, and my gut is so jacked up. And I'm constipated, and I'm just like, I can't get a friggin' break, and it's just constant being uncomfortable, and really wanting to do things and believing with all my heart that I can go and do those things, but then physically just being slammed. And I'm not even working this week. So I understand it and deal with it better, I think, when I'm working. But when I'm not working, I don't have an answer for why I feel so bad. Because I'm always trying to figure out, why do I feel so bad? Duh, you have fibromyalgia. But it's society too, because, my family and stuff, they don't really understand how bad this is. They don't really understand. And they look at me and they're like, oh, you're working, you're living by yourself, you're this and you're that. Well, now that's getting to the point where it's like, it's too much. It's too much. I just am just overwhelmed. It's just too much. So I need to figure something else out, and I'm in the process of doing that. And that is overwhelming too, because making change is always, and for anybody, it's, making big changes are not easy. And I question myself a lot. Like, is this the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Yes, my gut's telling me I'm doing the right thing. But then my brain is like, no, maybe you're not. I'm just like, shut up. Shut up. But this is what's going on, because I don't want to focus on, oh my God, my back hurts, or oh this, or oh that, I don't want to focus on that. So let's go to this other direction. I don't know. But I am going to see a new doctor soon, and I will not be asking for medication, but I will be asking for physical therapy, psychotherapy, talk to a psychologist. Losing my mother is very devastating for me. I was very close, and I loved my mom so much. We talked every week, and we were very close. And so I need to talk to someone about that because, I mean, sure, I can talk to my family, but they are all dealing with it in their own way. And the way I express myself is not going to be the way they're going to express themselves because they're all men. So, my brothers and my dad, it's like, they're men. They're just not going to, they're not going to talk to me or anything about it too much. But, well, my one brother, he does a little bit, but, so it's just a struggle. It feels like a struggle right now in life. And I love to cook, and I just want to make food so that I can be in happy mode, but I can't really eat. So I'm eating. I have a smoothie right now. I make myself eat, even though my stomach is just like so bad. But I can use this organic coconut milk probiotic yogurt, and that helps. It costs $25 for a 16-ounce jar. So it's really expensive, but still cheaper than like getting a colonic or, it doesn't wreak the havoc on your gut that like some of the over-the-counter stuff does, But trying to get this is hard because they send it to this area in very small batches. So I'm just like calling the store. It's a nutritional store. Calling the store. Do you guys have the yogurt? Do you know? No. It's like they only get a case, and it's flying off the shelf at $25 because it works. It just works. It makes everything move. It's like my colon is, when an elevator stops and it stops moving? That's what it feels like right now. It's just like, the elevator's still going because I still want to eat and I'm still putting food in, but it's at a stop, and it has been stopped there for more than 24 hours. And the people that are on that stopped elevator are really starting to freak out, and that's how I'm feeling about my gut, because I'm like, this is not good. It needs to move. The toxins need to leave my body in order for me to feel as good as I can. So, that's something that is just a constant struggle. And I think it's even worse when I'm stressed because I can just feel myself clenching my stomach all the time. My muscles just clench. My legs are constantly clenched. And I didn't used to notice it before, but I've been paying more attention over the last few years since I got diagnosed. And it is just like this constant clenching, My jaw is clenched all the time. Even when I sleep, I've tried the mouth guard, but it's just this constant clenching. And now it's my stomach muscles are constantly clenched. Like, what's going to happen next? So fight or flight, it really does describe fibromyalgia and the way it affects our brain and our neurological system. It's just, you're just constantly like, do I have to fight? Do I have to fight? Is something going to happen? Do I need to be on alert? Oh my gosh, it's so exhausting. And I was in bed from 9:30 last night till 6:30 this morning. I got up 3 times to go to the bathroom. But besides that, I was in bed sleeping the majority of the time. And I have a very regular sleep routine, and that has helped me tremendously. And I try to keep my food routine the same. Like, in the morning I'm having a smoothie or fruit, but first I have 60-ounce water. All this stuff I'm doing to try to help my gut, basically, is what I'm telling you. And I just am spinning my wheels because some days, things move, and other things, the elevator's stuck, and it's been stuck. So anyways, I did do a little bit of cooking in a video, so I'm going to attach that at the end so you could see. But I just try to keep my cooking very simple and use what I have. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and wherever you are and however you're feeling with your chronic illness, I hope you can remember to focus on the things that you are enjoying, the things you're enjoying at this moment in this day. Bye for now. Okay, so I'm here. I'm just making something quick to eat with stuff from my pantry. And I've got some tofu that I've crumbled up a little bit. I'm gonna make a burrito. I feel like having a burrito. So I don't have any pinto beans, but I have these great northern beans. So I'm gonna add those. And I also have this taco seasoning that I need to use up. So, excuse me, I was closing the cupboard. So I have this, so I'm gonna use that. Along with, I'm gonna just put it all in here. Everything in this one pan. The beans, the tofu. And then typically with this type of taco seasoning, you need to add water, so I'll do that. I don't know if I'm gonna use this whole can of beans. This is like a half a block of tofu. Trader Joe's sells them where there's like 2 blocks in a pack and you can just use one of them. And it's like each block is like a half a block of tofu. Firm tofu. So I'm just gonna mix all this in there. I have some rice that I made a couple days ago that I'm gonna add as well. But since it's cooked already, I'm just gonna add it like towards the end. Probably just gonna put all this taco seasoning in there so that I can use it up. I was wanting pinto beans, but these are perfect. I mean, beans are beans, right? I often eat red beans too. So, always looking for the ones that will digest the easiest, which I don't think there's such a thing. Well, this is quite a bit of taco seasoning, but that's fine. I'm gonna add water. I'm gonna add some water here. And then I'm gonna let this simmer for a good probably 10 minutes or so till the water evaporates and the seasoning gets into the tofu and the beans. And then I'll add the rice towards the end. Since the rice, like I said, is already cooked. And then I have these burrito style flour tortillas that I'm gonna use. And then I have some mixed greens that I will probably put in there because I always like a little greens with my tacos or burritos. Just kind of breaking up the bigger chunks of tofu. But yeah, whenever you use the shilling taco sauce or the Lori's taco seasoning, you add that to the meat and then you add in water. So I'm just treating the tofu exactly the same way as I would the ground beef. So there we go. Looks pretty good so far. So I'm just gonna let that go for, like I said, about 10 minutes until it absorbs the seasoning and the water. Probably gonna cover it. There's probably directions on the back of that packet, but I didn't read them because I'm using what's in my pantry. I love to make meals out of what I have in my pantry. So yeah, the beans are already starting to take on some of the color of the seasoning, so I'm excited about that because I've actually never done it this way where I put the beans in with the tofu. This is the first time. You guys are getting to experience it with me. So, all right, so I'll come back. Okay, so this is how it's looking after about 5 minutes of simmering with the lid on. So I just stirred it a little bit, and I actually might even add the rice right now. This rice, I actually had some like Asian style tofu with this rice that I have left over, so you might see a little bit of that in there still. Probably should have broke it up before I turned on the video, but okay, let's get in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that in. I may not put all this in here. It's gonna make a lot of burritos right here with my leftovers from my pantry. So like I said, there is some tofu in here from an Asian style meal that I had. I think it was the day before yesterday. But But that's all right. This is all tofu in here anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix that in. That's probably gonna absorb all the excess liquid in there. Just trying to break up that rice a little bit. But yeah, it's looking like a delicious burrito filling right now. And it's making me even more hungry than I already am, because it smells really good with all the Mexican spices, the cumin and all, chili powder, garlic, onion powder. So I think I'm going to add just a tad bit more water to help get it so the rice starts absorbing some of the seasoning as well. And let it simmer for a couple more minutes. Not long, because it's pretty much there. So I'm going to add just a little more water. And then when I'm ready to put the burrito together, I'll show you that. Let me show you my reaction. Hopefully you could see what I'm doing. Good. Yep. That was just the right amount.